Welcome, Scorpio, to your Scorpio November 2021 reading and predictions. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James. For those of you who have just come by for the first time, and to the subscribers, much love and affection to you. Do you know, I see you as being part of my extended family, really I do. And I have such gratitude that I get to see you each month. It warms my heart. Great to see you, and I hope you're doing well. Now, this is a deck called the Golden Circle Tarot by a lady called Beth Martini in Chicago. It's an independent deck. I think she might have a few left. It just arrived at my place yesterday. I got it on a back order on Kickstarter or something. The girl went through hell to get the deck finally delivered. It's beautiful quality, I must say, from beginning to end. Because I know a lot of tarot nuts love that quality stuff. It doesn't mean so much to me. I just love the art on it because I knew that I would have a great response to it. Now, it turned up at my place yesterday. I looked at a couple of the cards and I said, this is it. So I'm doing a reading now. Oh, by the way, if you want to see your annual 2022 reading, that will be published on Thursday, the 14th of October at 6 p.m. US Eastern. If you're a subscriber, of course, it comes straight through to you. And if you're not, you can just go to my playlist and you can find it on the playlist. Very easily set out. It's not cluttered up with a whole bunch of videos. It's just like a table of contents, 2022 calendar readings. And there it is. There's you. Well, let's draw 5 cards now, shall we? Because I'm certain that 5 are all we are going to need to get a really good reading for you. Let these cards have a conversation. This is the 5 of Swords, yeah. You see, I'm not familiar with the art on it yet, but when I concentrate on each one, well, I sort of trance, really, is what happens when I do it, which you can probably tell for those who've been with me for some time. There's the Page of Swords. Great card to go with that one, the 5 of Swords and the Page of Swords. Yeah, you can probably tell by the way I sound often. There's the Chariot. My God, that's a good card for you. I knew it. I feel chills going through me now, and that's not C19. It's the chills of the spirit. So this is definitely going to be a good one for you. There's the Devil. What a stunning Devil card. You see, that's the thing about some of these independent decks. Like a lot of them I don't bother with at all. I just was doing nothing one night watching TV. And I said, I'll go on Kickstarter and have a look at something. And this thing turned up and I went, I can't. I've got to have it. Anyway, the girl went through hell to get it delivered, but as I say, and here it is now, so we get to use it. The Golden Circle Tarot, it's called, and that's the Page of Wands. So why don't you come down now, sit down next to me. We'll have a good close look at the images on these cards together while I do the reading for you. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to look at this. This one is sticking out. All these cards are so positive. I think what this is doing is this is coming here to have a conversation with you, to think about how to deal with things. What's going on with it, I wonder? What's the astrology here? Well, for me it is in the position that it's in, and with the Devil below it, it is Venus ruling the first decan of Aquarius, the 22nd of January to the 29th of January. Look, Venus rules Taurus, which is an earth sign, but here we have Venus ruling an air sign. Aquarius is an air sign. A lot of people think it's a water sign because of the name, but it's an air sign. Now, these two, frankly, are at odds with one another. Venus is a lover and not a fighter, whereas Aquarius is a rebel ruled by Uranus. And Aquarius is a fighter, usually for causes. And so the individualistic, dispassionate nature of Aquarius clashes with Venus, which is the planet of relationship. I mean, for me also, things aren't helped by the fact that I have a mystical association with Mars coming in here, and Mars and Venus. Well, you know the story with Mars and Venus. Here we have a couple of women standing there holding swords, adding up to number 5. Well, the 5 of Swords traditionally, but really not in the position here. That's why I say that this is really something which is more of a what to do in the event of sort of a card, because the Five of Swords can bring conflict, fear, and strong feelings of defeat. And it can signal unrest and chaos internally and externally. Feelings of uncertainty, discord, and anxiety can scatter your thoughts. You can find yourself at times, and look, this is something I think that let's talk about. You have found yourself in the past, almost like found yourself at a crossroad, trying to navigate out of the darkness of confusion into the light of clarity, haven't you? Well, the Five of Swords brings big medicine to the table now, and it helps you to confront your demons. Now, I think the actual key to this Five of Swords is to step back from aggravation, quiet yourself, become aware of your reality, view it without judgment, and align with the values of your higher self. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Now, the gift, I think, of this Five of Swords that's here is the strength to move away from conditioned negative thinking and feelings that don't support you, opening you to freedom and peace of mind and peace in your heart. Now, the Five of Swords can have around it many levels of negative energy that need to be addressed, cleansed, and healed. It can place people in unfortunate circumstances, putting them in a difficult and challenging position. And this card can invoke the ugliness in life and personality, things like cruelty, hostility, betrayal, dishonesty, slander, quarrels, jealousy, abuse, hate, and war. Stop me. There's some of the expressions of the Five of Swords when it stirs up, well, your demons, I suppose. Either you become a victim of your life circumstances, or your repressed fears and pain push you to treat another unjustly, maybe. Others can become victims to your dark words and actions, falsely empowering you and disempowering them. It can go either way. It's a vicious circle that needs to stop. Now, metaphorically, the soul, heart, and intellect and body suffer as you fall from grace. With the Five of Swords, your shadow personality has been activated, bringing up some unpleasant aspects of yourself that have been ignored or suppressed. What you resist is fighting to be reckoned with and to be healed. Misfortunes in life bring an awakening that change and transform stuck energy into new energy of growth. When the Five of Swords appears, take a deep breath and prepare yourself. The Five of Swords signals the power struggle between the ego and the heart. Defeat on both sides could be occurring. Communication with others can be poor, resulting in conflicts. Relationships can hit rocky shores, sometimes causing people to separate from one another. Or you could be feeling victimized and helpless, or projecting those feelings onto someone else. These are things which I'm sure you have gone through. This is not a sentence of what is going to be happening to you during this time, but it is enlivening within me the thoughts to talk to you about what you must do. And what you must do is, it's asking you, it's calling you to make a reconnection to your higher values and morals of soul self, repairing the bridge between the mind and heart, taming the ego. It's time to take the steps to begin shifting and cleansing negative energies, opening yourself to healing by looking deeply at who you really are and who you are not. You are constantly creating and recreating your own karma. You understand that, don't you? Let's have a look at the central energy here. Yeah, see, everything else is so good that it just seems to me that wants to be sort of educational, I think, more than anything. Well, what an interesting depiction of the chariot card. Now, you can see here the chariot is being pulled by two worker bees. Now, this little thing in there, what would you call one of those? Is that what... Oh, a lot of the people call it, I think, the fae or a fairy or something like that. There's a crescent moon on the shoulders of this fae or fairy, what have you. It doesn't have a crown. It's sitting in a walnut shell. That's the chariot, and it's being pulled along. Now, there's no swords or guards here or anything like this, just this golden band which represents the golden light of the divinity as its protection. Traditionally, one sees this person armored. This is all this creature needs, the light of the divine. And growing here are, what do you call these things? I think they're called sweet peas, aren't they? And in England, when gardeners, I think gardeners there refer to them as the royal annual, and they come up each year. Royal indeed. Well, the chariot represents victory through your willpower and self-mastery. See, don't you go worrying about things like that. You've got it. You've got this. Now this celestial chariot moves into your life fast and then rests to help you assimilate all that has taken place. The chariot symbolizes action, change, victory, success, moving in and out of a situation, traveling sometimes, refocusing on new perspectives and thoughts. And while this transformation is happening, the future ahead is unknown. And maybe familiar skills you once relied on are now outgrown and no longer useful on the new course that you're about to embark upon. Change can make you feel restless, uncertain, or fearful, can't you? People hate change, but change is good. That's what stops you from stagnation. And you, as I say, have got things this month. Now, this symbolizes the cosmic warrior, I think, who has traveled through many experiences, just as you have, and learned if you have the will and a determination to dig deep within, you will find the well of inner strength to overcome any blocks that hold you back. Now, as this little girl here, or fairy, whatever she might be, rides the heavens, she masters the ever-changing inner and outer realms of life. She has the ability to also represents your physical expression, I think, as well as your spiritual expression. The chariot's number here, of course, is 7 in the major arcana. 7 is the number of mastery, victory, and initiation. 7 is the number of the seeker and of transformation. And how apt that is for you, the sign of transformation, among other things. The chariot brings change. Change helps you grow, evolve, and transform on many levels. Change brings opportunity, new life, new reality, new views, and perspectives that stretch and deepen your human nature. Change is magical. It opens doors and it creates opportunity. How you drive your chariot is a reflection of how you handle life and its oppositions. The chariot is full of movement and it has opportunities here for you as well, for success. It gives you quiet and rest so that you are able to listen to your intuition, your inner voice. It brings you the willpower and the intuition to ride the rocky course of life into victory. Now, when the charioteer enters, as she has done here, she brings you confidence, energy, strength, focus, and maturity to follow through really with any endeavor that you are pursuing. If you are experiencing conflicts, she's bringing you the strength, the courage, and the drive to surpass your challenge. See your life through the soul of this little girl here, and you will discover how to control and use your intuition and personal power, directing its creative forces into success and victory. You are the driver of your destiny. Well, let's go and have a look at this Page of Wands. Gee, a lot of Taurus, a lot of Gemini, a lot of Aries around here. I think they're going to be important to you during the period here. This is bringing passion, creative energy into action. This is about, well, he has a desire to express spiritual unfoldment into his physical world. Now, this prince is an initiate, bringing together the unlimited energy of spirit with the magical world of matter into manifestation. He is a fiery adolescent who is courageous, curious, ambitious, and daring. There is a restlessness inside of him, urging him to advance forward and start something new. He represents the awakening of life force and creativity that needs an outlet to channel energy into transformation. This is what you're going to be going through. He is the ultimate adventurer, passionate and energetic with a love for life. And he has the gifts of vision and intuition that flow through him with universal inspiration. I think what he also has here for you is that he symbolizes the inner child in you, inspiring you to listen and connect with that aspect of yourself. He represents the magical fire child who moves with the flow of the universe, understanding the concept of as above, so below. His gift of intuition is still developing. The Prince of Wands, or this Page of Wands rather, he's the messenger of unexpected news that is favorable. He brings good surprises and new opportunities at work, offers and announcements. Now, he indicates change, new beginnings. Well, this is what we've been seeing, isn't it? As well as new creative projects that you're doing, new ideas, the exploring of new possibilities. And your ideas and projects come to fruition. You actually make things happen. He ignites excitement, taking risk. There's a fearlessness and courage to take on any challenge. He sparks passion. Really, creativity and divine inspiration in your being. He indicates that this is a time when you'll be full of confidence, when you really start trusting yourself and your intuition. He represents an exciting invitation to a new adventure that awakens your life force. He brings maybe some influential people who inspire you to explore new thoughts and ideas. It could well represent a passionate new romance or lover or faithful friend, and those in committed relationships, I think, could well find that deepening. He signals a restlessness, an inner stirring, urging you to move forward in a new and a different direction. He indicates a time for inner growth, exploring the spiritual self and discovering your bliss. He awakens your spirits, daring you to express your individuality and your personal power. Now, I think we might have a quick look at the devil. Let's have a look at the devil here. What's going on in this painting? Well, this is really the devil in its most archetypal, traditional, classic form, isn't it? Sitting on top of a golden orb. His right hand points upwards to the heaven, and his left hand points down to the earth. A black chain snakes down his arm. Can you see that? Linking him to the figure of a man and a woman below. The woman is in a, well, what would I call that? A sheer red gown, and she's holding a feather fan. Now, they are both symbols of lust and greed. The man stands by barely robed at all, and he has an arm thrown over his face as if he is in agony. But if you look closely, you'll find that there are no locks on these chains. These people are capable of releasing themselves, it seems to me, but either willingly or blindly, so they choose not to. Now, if we look at the devil's number on the card here, that is 15. That is the number of awakening the soul or true self and bringing forth light and love, as well as the combination of the number 10, which is perfection, and 5, which is humanity. The devil represents the vices of your physical and material world. He wants you to come to terms with your fears, with your weaknesses, and any drawbacks you might have. When you stop running from your demons and decide to confront them, you will stop being controlled by denial and by your dark side. The devil is the guardian of the threshold. He holds you accountable for your actions. He also guides you through the darkness and brings you into light. Now, some of us close our eyes or look away from evil in the world, thinking that it will bypass us or just go away. The thing is, we all share the dark side, just as we all share the light. It is part of our spiritual makeup. We can't change the world overnight, but we can start with our own personal universe. Now, devil, spelled backwards, is lived. You can be an example to others by living a life with vision and passion while keeping focused on the highest good. Entertain yourself with a sense of humor during any challenging lessons in your life. You can be the spiritual warrior who finds strength by coming to terms with memories of injustice from the past to the present by facing, shifting, and neutralizing the charge of pain and anger to acceptance. When you can break the chains that hold you back, then you are able to heal and move on. The devil, in a sense, is the collective shadow side, the unknown side of yourself that you are not comfortable with, maybe your instinctive survival side. And when you are out of control in your life, or something or someone has control over you and pushes you beyond your boundaries, all kinds of reactions, behaviors, and feelings arise. Abuse, oppression, illusion, obsession, fear, hopelessness, and guilt. They're just a few. Feelings that take you away from your joy and the light. Whether it be the perpetrator who inflicts pain onto his or her victim, or the victim who carries the pain, resentment, anger, and hate onto another victim. These actions keep the energy cycling, you understand, until someone makes the choice to stop the spiraling of evil. The chains of the evil come in many forms. One of the biggest lessons, I think, of the devil is to love yourself. I mean, really be happy with you. Ask yourself, what chains are keeping you from self-love? When you stop loving yourself, you are pulled away from spirit and the light, and you will be separated and isolated, forever searching. The more you search away from spirit and the light, the more you go into darkness. It is there that you meet up with your devil, but you then have a choice to be led back to the light or not. I think this warns of over-attachment to material possessions and unhealthy behaviors, patterns, and addictions that can take over your life. But it also reminds you that you have free will to do anything you want. Do the work and release fear. Break the chains that hold you back. Aspire to the highest good for yourself and others. Live life fully with passion, a full heart, and respect for humanity, Mother Earth, and all of her creatures. Life will be good for you. Now I think that takes us finally, is it finally? Let's have a look. We looked at these, to this page of swords that's here. Gee whiz, I'm getting a lot of Aquarius around this. Yeah, a lot of Aquarius around that. A lot of Capricorn. A lot of Pisces around there as well. That might be important to you. This is saying to me that this is a time during which you're going to be intelligent, fearless, and courageous. Now, in some respects, it may be that you stand before an unknown future, but you'll be looking at it straight in the eye. Your energetic spirit is ready to test and develop your mental skills out in the world of opportunity and challenges. And you're going to use your mind of reason and logic to analyze and scrutinize every situation. You're going to be determined, motivated, and ready to take action to mix your ideas into the world of manifestation. You'll be an original thinker who believes in yourself, and you won't be concerned with other people's opinions. Don't waste yourself. Don't throw the pearls before swine. You'll be ready to stand up for and take risks for what you believe in. And you'll have a keen perception that will allow you to look at any problematic situations and challenges from a wide perspective. I really think that what this woman has come here to say to you in particular at this time is that you must remain true to yourself while experiencing and dealing with the events of life. Your brilliant mind can get distracted and scrambled if you allow yourself to fall from your true path. Now you need to remember, you are a student of life, as are we all, living in the classroom of the world, developing and integrating your intellect, maturity, and purpose. Your job at the moment really is going to bring your truth to ground and making it happen. You'll be breathing in new ideas and looking to make changes. I think this woman is also bringing to you some gossip, news, new ideas, unexpected information, or actually some surprise information about people that actually kind of come out of the blue and shock you. You just go, I never would have thought that, but there you are. And I think there could be some new project that you're going to become involved in. And your energy can quickly change depending on how you're looking after yourself. But this does indicate a time when you need to actually speak clearly and directly to things. Anything involving contracts or important documents needs to be looked over by an attorney. I think for you, ethical behavior and truthfulness are going to be at the forefront. Do you know, I think you're going to uncover a secret or hear about a secret. Something that you didn't know is you're going to find out about something and you're going to go, oh. And of course, once you know something, you can't unlearn it, but you'll be able to manage it. I think this woman here is adamant that you find your true self and live by it. And she's bringing with you challenges that create an opportunity for healing and for growth. What a particularly interesting month for you. That's the way it is for you this month. Ah, well, there you go. Beautiful, beautiful images, really, aren't they? Didn't you enjoy that? I certainly enjoyed providing it to you. It was my pleasure and privilege to do so. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you again. Don't forget the annual reading, that's there as I mentioned. Have a look at that. But in the meantime, remember one thing, and remember it's this, and it is that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.